Complete review. I am here today to review Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity on the Nintendo Switch 2 as well as the Switch 1. So we're starting with the performance on the Switch 1. This is obviously performance for Switch 2 video. So you'll see the performance for Switch 1, and as you can tell right off the bat, this frame rate is atrocious. Ooh, this is bad. Now this is a game I was really looking forward to. The reason I'm doing this video is I'm hoping that the Switch 2 will make this game infinitely more playable than it already is. You can see this frame rate is like, if I had to guess, between 17 and 23. It's really terrible, frames per second. It's just really bad. Not a bad game per se, but the frame rates aren't the greatest. So we're just going to start from the beginning on both games. So we just kind of go over the same area. Dang. And we're going to play about, our usual amount of time just to kind of get a feel for everything. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. Come back here. Now, I mean, arguably this is playable, but I never could really get fully into this one. I love missile games, but man, I could just not get into this because it's just so slow. Like, even the, frame rate on the special attack is super slow. More guys. Head this way. But I love the concept and idea of this game because it's got Breath of the Wild, but then you're, a Misu game, so you're like, I don't know. For me, that's a pretty good combination. That was why I was excited for this release, but I just have never been able to play this one very far in. Now, I did do some preliminary testing on the Switch 2 and handheld. It was during one of the Divine Beast runs, because that's where I am on my normal save. And it seemed better on that. Those are pretty frame rate intensive, and it seemed more playable. But for me, I really wanted to see if it was going to be more playable in these sort of open areas with just the regular combat. There you go. Going here. I think you'll be able to see right away the difference. I'm hoping, because it should be a locked 30 FPS. It is not a locked 30 FPS currently. I can tell you that with 100% confidence. Okay. Lock on. Yeah. Nice. Game is giving me a bit of a headache though. Frame rate. Most of these, missile games, you just go to the next area with the dot. You clear bases. Oh, it's very similar to Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, which was based off of, a different link and a different story and everything. Based off of, obviously, Breath of the Wild. Which makes it really cool. Like, I want to play it, but they really need an update, honestly, for this, to make it 60 FPS. It would look incredible at 60 FPS. We get Korok seeds in this, apparently. Forgot about that. I'm suffering through a bit of this game with this lower frame rate just to make a point, I guess. Yeah, it is tough to play this. Especially after playing a lot of 60 FPS stuff on Switch 2. Like Trials of Mana is a good example of a game that has similar mechanics and plays way better. Dodge B and then Y? You can wall jump? Oh. So you can do that. Oh, that's cool. B guard ZL. Dodge. Guard. Oof. Oh, we got him. Weak point smash, weak point smash. Boom. Yeah, it's all about just capturing these different bases and stuff. Basically, that's what... And then they have these sections, too, where you actually pilot the Divine Beast. I won't be showing that on this video, but... like I said, I did test it. It was okay. But I'm hoping that these sections are way more tolerable. Like, look at the jankiness. Oh my gosh. The way he's running there, it's all juddery. Hoping you'll be able to see a big difference when we switch over to this. I think we'll take over this area here real quick and then call it. And we'll switch over to Switch 2 and see if any of this is better. A little skeptical, I won't lie, but hoping it will. It should be a locked 30, which would be an improvement if you can't tell. Come on, go down, man! Christmas. Ugh. Time for you to die, sir. I like the wood stick stuck in me there. Now, I know you can't wait to see how Hyrule Warriors works on Nintendo Switch 2, but first, we have a little bit of a surprise from our friends at ProCase. Now, they have provided us with a new Switch 2 case here. This is their slim case. This thing is great. It has great zippers. Solid zippers. And you all can get a discount on this case. 15% with discount code PCFAN15. That's PCFAN15. Now this has slots for your various games and everything on there too. It's made of this kind of felt material. It's got like this little strap in the inside too. So let me put the Switch 2 in here. This is a Switch 2. We're just going to load this in here. Oops. Let me just tilt this camera down a bit here. See what's happening. Oops. There we go. Hey, look at that. So, you got this strap right here. What you can do basically is you just slide this in. The strap stays there so you can pull this out easily. You just clip this down. You can actually have games on here as well. It looks like 12. Holds 12 cartridges. And you can see everything is very soft, protected. This part protects the screen. So you've got this zipper part here that clips down and just Velcros on. There you have it. Easy to close zippers. It's even got a handle, guys. So this is by ProCase. They are kind enough to give us a discount code to show off their fantastic case for this video. I highly rate this case. I've been using it for about 2 weeks now. I absolutely love it. I highly recommend. Head on over to their website. The link will be in the description below. And get yourself a ProCase Slim Case. Now, back to the video. Alright, guys. Moment of truth. Okay. It feels less janky. This is the Switch 2 version. Okay. Honestly, it's better. I do think it's better. Well, not the Switch 2 version. This is playing on the Switch 2. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, definitely rewind the video and compare, because frame rates are way better. Yes, it's only 30 FPS here, but it's way less jarring to my brain. And I'll bet you we finish this faster. Get to the same point. Yes, this is definitely much better. Oh, special attack. Now, do I wish this was 60 FPS? Yes. Of course I do. But I will say I think that this is probably way more playable. You know, in handheld it also looked pretty good. Unfortunately, you don't get a resolution bump here. Neither the frame rate or the resolution is unlocked. It's all locked. I think it's 540p, and then probably docked at 720p. But the reason for that, I think, is just that there's a lot going on the screen. You can definitely tell even when he's running, though, it's like at a locked 30. Like, there's no drops here. Not seeing any frame dropping. We're going to get into some area with some more monsters here. Hold up. X and these X. Is that what I'm doing? Healing item. Lock on. This is... I think this is much better. Again, do I wish it was yet even better? Of course, but... You know, at the same time, I feel like this is a pretty big upgrade. Oof. Ooh, did the flurry rush that time? Yes, weak point smash. Nice. Cool. Definitely having more fun on the Switch 2 version. I know frame rate gets me after a while, and sometimes I'm just like, I can't do it. Yeah, this is so much more locked in at 30. The other game targeted, the other console on Switch, when it targets 30, but as you could see, it never hits it. So we're going to head back over to this area we cleared last time. Just to kind of give you the full deal here. And you'll see we have done this in almost half the time that it took us to do it on Switch 1, which I don't know if that's because I was just goofing around more, or it's because the frame rates are so bad. No, this is so much better. This is significantly better. I might even actually go back and play this now. You have to let me know what you think in the comments below, though. Will you go back now and play this after seeing that it's a little bit better on the Switch? Because, this, you know, this is a cool concept, the Breath of the Wild engine in a Misao game. It's a great concept. Yeah, we looked this up. Play a little bit longer here. We cleared that quick. I don't know, man. I think the controls are a lot more responsive because your frame rate's not juddering all over the place. Oh no, I think this is much better. I would rate this an 8 out of 10 improvement. Just because the frame rate was so bad before. Obviously, you're not going to get that 10 out of 10 improvement without going to 60 FPS, but man, this is so much better. I mean, it's like, honestly, it's like, I won't say it's like night and day, but it kind of is. This is definitely better. And it looks like some of the... It didn't clean up the image quality, but it looks like it cleaned up some of the anti-aliasing. I'll have to go back and look at the video. But it looks like while it didn't up-res it, it seems to have smoothed out some of the anti-aliasing, which was an unexpected thing for me. I didn't think it would do that. I'm going to have to go back and watch the video myself to see. But I'm pretty sure it did. So that's a bonus right there as well. Some of the aliasing is better, so... You know, I think overall here I'm going to call this a win for the Switch 2. Ooh. I may have to go back and play some more. A fun one. We captured the first outpost. That's what we did on Switch 1, I believe. So, I don't know if we got this one. But look at the running even. This is a great comparison here. I compared this to the earlier part of the video, but I'm going to rate this an 8 out of 10 in the complete review. I think that this is a good, just straight emulation advantage of Switch 1 emulating on Switch 2. Just to be clear, that's what it does. It doesn't run naturally. It's emulated when you run it on Switch 2. So it's not running on an emulator, but it's running on Switch 2 hardware, which Switch 2 hardware from Nintendo emulates Switch 1. So that's basically kind of what they're doing here, and that's why you're seeing some improvements. The frame rate is now locked 30. The graphics aren't better, but the aliasing is improved, so you could say that that's better graphics. It's not improved resolution, though. So just something to keep in mind. But yeah, I'm not seeing any drops here. Everything looks pretty good. It was not very playable before, in my opinion, so... But what do you think about this Age of Calamity Hyrule Warriors? Let me know in the comments below. And remember to use code PCFAN50 if you want to... PCFAN15 if you want to grab that case that we showed earlier. I hope you all are having a great day.